Have you ever looked at an empty playground and felt like it wasn't really empty? In the neighborhood of Hollow Pines, there's a forgotten playground, buried in fog that never lifts. Locals say that at 3:17 a.m. the swings move on their own. But what's truly terrifying isn't the movement, it's the laughter. It comes out of nowhere, in and scratchy, like a child laughing with a throat full of sand. People who live nearby swear that once a week, the laughter echoes even when the playground is fenced off and windows are locked. For some, it's a distant sound. For others, it begins inside their own room. They say that those who hear the laughter for the first time dream of a child sitting on the slide, back turned. No matter how many times you call her, she never turns around, never speaks, just stares at something you can't see. And every time you wake up from that dream, something is out of place in your home. A toy you've never seen, a candy wrapper on the floor, a soft sway in the curtain, even with no wind. For those who try to ignore it, the dreams intensify. It gets a little closer. The slide becomes more vivid. And at some point you realize you're not just dreaming, you're being watched in return. In August 2024, a new resident moved into the neighborhood and decided to take a night walk to explore the area. He didn't know about the playground, or the hour, the laughter, but his camera did. Because the next morning, he posted a short video to a local forum, just 17 seconds. No sound, just a still image of a child. Back turned on the slide, with the caption, "She didn't see me, but I saw what she was looking at." The video went viral for a few hours, then vanished. The profile was deleted, and the username never existed. But some users saved it. And swear to God, in the reflection of the fence, something was staring back. Something, not human. The playground on Ashwood Street was officially shut down in 1999 after a boy vanished there on Halloween night. Witnesses say he climbed into the slide and never came out. The search lasted for weeks, but the hole he entered looked normal. Small, metallic, harmless. Until someone else went inside to investigate, and according to unofficial accounts, came out with white hair and hasn't spoken since. The boy was never found. But since that night, locals claim the slide looks longer. It's like there's more space inside than outside. Like it grew. The case was buried, of course. Older residents say the city sealed the slide entrance with concrete. But every time the fog thickens, the cement disappears and the slide returns. It's exactly the same, intact, with the child sitting at the top. One longtime resident named Helena swore she heard a voice from the slide calling a name no one else recognized. She said, but was the name of the boy who vanished. She never told anyone. Days later, she was institutionalized for mental confusion. In the hospital, she scribbled endless drawings of slides stretching into the sky, and a child always with her back turned, always at the edge. Official records mention none of this, but an anonymous former city clerk claimed that every year, exactly at 3:17 a.m., on October 31st, an unmarked envelope is left at City Hall. Inside is a photo, different each time, but always the same child, same pose, each image slightly changed. A new toy beside her, a darker sky, denser fog. The last photo showed the child off the slide, standing, back turned on the ground, near the camera, and in the background, a shadow peering out from the tunnel. In 2021, a teenager named Marin started filming an amateur documentary about urban legends in the neighborhood. She didn't believe in any of it, but used horror as a creative hook. On the third night of filming, she and her friend Leo decided to shoot at the playground at 3 a.m. They laughed it off, took flashlights, a mic, and a basic camera. When they arrived, the playground seemed harmless. But the fog grew heavier the moment they stepped inside the fence. Leo began shaking. Marin thought he was just acting. The camera only worked for 1 minute. In the recovered footage, Leo stands facing the lens, making jokes. Behind him, the slide is empty. But frame by frame, when slowed down, something appears. First, a shadow. Then, 2 small feet. And finally, the child. Back turned. The most disturbing detail. She seems to glance at something through the lens, as if aware she's being watched. Halfway through the footage, the image distorts, and Leo stops speaking. His expression changes. His eyes widen. The recording ends with a high-pitched noise and a childlike voice saying, "Next time, it's your turn." Marin disappeared that same night. Leo lost his mind, didn't recognize his parents, screamed names no one knew. The only sentence he repeated, "She turned around, she turned around, she turned around." When the audio was enhanced, something else was audible. It's the same child's voice, slightly clearer now. Just one more. The equipment was confiscated by police, but still leaked onto horror forums. In one frame, reflected in Leo's eyes, is a tunnel, and something emerging. Something that looked like metal fused with skin. The city fenced off the area, installed security cameras, but nothing records anything. Every tape from Ashwood Street erases itself after 3:17 a.m., yet residents claim they still hear the laughter. Thinner now, closer, as if it's inside the house. Some say the slide now appears in dreams even to people who've never seen it. And each time, the child is nearer, as if she's crossing from dreams into waking life. In 2023, a new family moved into a house facing the playground. They had a 6-year-old daughter named Lily. She didn't have friends yet, but always spoke of a little girl who plays with me at night. Her parents assumed it was imaginary, till one night Lily wasn't in her bed. She was sitting on the slide, back turned. Her mother took a photo before calling her proof for the pediatrician. But when they showed the picture on the phone, Lily was gone. Only the back of the unknown girl remained. The auto caption said, "Unknown, 0 years old." After that night, the family moved away within a month. But they left behind a box of Lily's toys. Inside there was only one item, a hand-stitched rag doll with an upside-down face and painted red eyes. On its belly, stitched in black thread, were the words, "For the next one." No one has lived in the house since, yet the bedroom light still turns on by itself. And sometimes a short laugh echoes from the open window. The foggy playground is still there, abandoned, forgotten, but never empty. Because the fear doesn't live in the child. It lives in what she's watching. No one's dared sit next to her. No one's looked down the other side of the slide. Each year, she moves closer to the edge, closer to our world, as if she's waiting for someone to come close enough to pull, or reveal, or turn. Some say the playground is a threshold, others, a trap. But everyone agrees on one thing. She only turns when it's your turn to see. And no one knows what happens to those who meet her face, because none of them return. Not in videos, not in photos, not even in mirrors. Only the empty slide remains, and the laughter inching closer. It's 3:17 now. And if you hear giggling outside your window tonight, don't look, because the next person she turns to is you.